Mother's Day, the day when we pay special tribute to mothers, motherhood, and maternal bonds in general, as well as to the positive contributions that they make to society through their personal sacrifice and love. And of course, for putting up with us during those adolescent years. How did Mother's Day come about? Well, it had its beginnings through the efforts of Julia Ward Howe, who was a social activist and the author of a song you might have heard of, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. After the Civil War, Howe focused her activities on the causes of pacifism and women's suffrage. In 1870, she wrote her Mother's Day Proclamation, asking women from the world to join for world peace. In 1872, she asked that Mother's Day be celebrated on the 2nd of June. However, her efforts were unsuccessful. Mother's Day may have never become officially recognized if it hadn't been for the work of Anne Jarvis and her daughter Anna. In 1868, Anne Jarvis created a committee to establish a Mother's Friendship Day to reunite families that had been divided during the Civil War. Anne wanted to expand this into an annual memorial for mothers, but she died in 1905 before the celebration became popular. Her daughter Anna would continue to work for her mother's efforts. On May 12, 1907, Anna held a memorial to her mother and afterwards embarked on a campaign to make Mother's Day a recognized holiday. She finally succeeded in making it nationally recognized in 1914, when President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation declaring the first National Mother's Day. By the 1920s, Anna Jarvis became embittered by the commercialization of the holiday. She railed against the practice of purchasing greeting cards, which she saw as a sign of being too lazy to write the more personal letter. She was even once arrested in 1948 for disturbing the peace during a protest against the commercialization of the holiday. She and her sister spent the family inheritance campaigning against what the holiday had become. Sadly, both died in poverty as a result. Anna Jarvis never credited Julia Howard Howe's initial efforts to establish Mother's Day as a national holiday, claiming that the creation of the holiday was entirely hers. In most countries, Mother's Day is a recent observance derived from the holiday as it has evolved in the United States. As adopted by other countries and cultures, the holiday has different meanings, is associated with different religious, historical, or legendary events, and is celebrated on different dates. But one thing remains the same, and that's that the holiday is meant to honor the mothers whose love and sacrifice embody the ideals of motherhood.